This is a Tonex One Plus pedal. It's a stomp box, preamp, full amp rig, tuner, and digital interface, and it can fit in your pocket. You can use it for guitar or bass. It comes with 20 presets loaded on board that you can assign to one of these 3 slots at any given time. It comes loaded with the new Tonex Signature Plus collection, which is 100 V2 tone models. 20 of them are already loaded on the pedal. You can interchange all of them through the Tone Control app, and you have access to 50,000 plus free tone models on ToneNet. It connects via Bluetooth to your mobile device for easy tweaking and adjusting at any time. And you can stream audio with the mobile app through the pedal. You have full MIDI control through these mini TRS jacks on the side of the pedal for a full modern pedal board integration. It has an improved noise gate for all Tonex products. You can use this as a USB audio interface with 2 in and 2 out for recording and playback. Simply plug in a USB cable on the bottom of the pedal and then into your computer, and it should recognize this as an interface. You have studio quality effects, EQ, compression, modulation, delay, and reverb. And you have stereo output and can load in your custom IRs for unlimited tone shaping. You can even load in your own amp captures that you captured through the desktop application. Now let's go through some of the features of the mobile app. Okay, to get started, open up the Tonex Control app. Make sure your Tonex One Plus pedal is on and hit connect. And now you are in. So it opens up to the editor page. So just to run through that, we see our effects here. So if you want to turn off a particular effect, you just swipe it up. If you want to turn it on, you bring it down. If you wanted to change a parameter, you see the controls are right there. You just use your finger and you can adjust different parameters for a particular effect. For let's see, this is a digital delay. You can choose digital or tape delay. And then now we have the tone model. So here, this is my amp. If I wanted to change amps, you just simply click on another one, and now we have a different amp. And so if you see that on the right here, that little control icon, and now we have the advanced control, so you have more of a detailed EQ, and you can choose to have the EQ pre or post. And now we have a presence control, a mix, and a depth control. And so moving right along, we have the cabinet section. So for the tone model section, we have all these different kind of cabinets that we can use. So this looks like a 112, and you have 412 cabinets and 212 cabinets. And then we have the VIR section, and here you can just choose you know, all these different types of cabinets, 212s, 112s, 412s. And so I'm using the VIR with my sounds, the one you heard in that intro song. And with it, you can choose 1 of 3 different kind of microphones. You can have a condenser, a dynamic, or ribbon. And so let's say I have number 1, my condenser mic is right there. If I wanted to put it anywhere else in this field, just drag it around, you can. And same with the other microphone. You want to just move that all around, you can. And here we have the rest of the effects. If you want to move an effect, it's right there. If you want to put it last, just hit that. So moving on, we have, here are the 20 presets that are loaded onto the Tonex One Plus. And you can see which ones are in the dual mode or the stomp. So I have 2 of my amps in dual mode, and I put an amp in stomp mode. For live, I would use this in the browsing mode, so I have the option of 3 amps rather than in 2 amps in a stomp, but you certainly can put a pedal in stomp mode C right there. And next we have Tonex, which now gives you a much bigger variety of amps to choose from. If we actually go back to your presets, we have the Tonex Plus, and we have just the ones loaded on the mobile device. Also, when you're choosing your amps, if you go to My Collections, now we have the Tonex Signature Plus collection, which is exclusive to the Tonex One Plus, which gives you 100 V2 tone models. And you can see all these different categories. Let me go by a little slower. We have vintage, high gain, British, Cali, it's like some Fender amps, British, Marshall, boutique amps, and so forth. So, and also you have different kind of pedals you can choose from. So this is exclusive to the Tonex One Plus. So, most of the things that you can do on the desktop application, you can do on this app now. So you don't have to worry if you got to a gig and you needed to really dive in and tweak some stuff, you can now do it on the app. And, there are just maybe very few things that the app can do that the desktop application can do that the app can't. One thing I discovered is if you want to change the slots that that you have your presets in, you just in the desktop application you just drag them onto a specific slot. But that's a very minor thing. Like, this is a very, very powerful application, and this really changes a lot for the Tonex One series. This really makes it a lot more versatile. Now I want to go through some of the basic functions of the pedal. So when you first turn on the pedal, you see that you are in dual mode with preset A lit up. Whatever color you assign to the preset in the app, that's the color that the knobs will be. So mine is orange, and when you hit the switch, you go to preset B. Okay, so the little knobs, that in this initial mode controls the basic EQ. So we have the bass, middle, and treble. And then we have the big knob controls the volume. So the Tonex One Plus and the Tonex One, I believe, the way it works is that it automatically saves whatever you change, sort of like on a real amp. So if you're if you're at a gig and you tweak the EQ and then you go to a different preset, when you go back, it's going to be just as you left it. It's not going to be like, oh, now it reset back to before I tweaked it. So everything is automatically saved all the time. When you click the green button, the Alt button, now we have the secondary set. You'll see the lights will slowly be blinking. And now instead of bass, mid, and treble, we have the gate, compression, and reverb amounts. So it's basically it's the threshold of the gate, the threshold of the compressor, and the amount of reverb. So if I'm playing that and I turn this up, you can see that my reverb went way up, and now it's a lot less. If you, let's see, click on that again, and it goes back to the regular standard mode. If you hold down the big switch, you end up in tuner mode. So the way the tuner works is you hit a string, and if it's to the right, it's sharp, to the left, it's flat. You want it to be green in the middle, so mine was a little flat there. and then you just go through as you normally would on the tuner. And then you hit this again, and you come back to your preset mode. So if you hit the big knob and the alt knob together, now you are in what's called browse mode. So in browse mode, you can now change the preset on the pedal. So if you're at a gig and a particular preset isn't working for that room, you can scroll through. So as you can see here, as they correspond with the app, it will jump to the next available slot. It'll skip, if you have something assigned to, let's say, preset B and C, it'll skip over that as an option. But you can see it's just going through all, and you have the option of, you know, those 20 or basically 18 other ones that aren't assigned to those knobs. So so say I go back to that, and then if you want to assign the second knob, then, you know, likewise you just scroll through to any one you want, and then the third one. So the third one was normally set for stomp mode, but if you are in browse mode, you now have 3 preset options. You don't have to have that as a stomp box. You can have that as another preset. But if you go back to the, you know, the regular native way, when you turn it on, you will only be able to switch between you know, dual mode A, preset A or B. But this way you can toggle. Now you have like 3. So like I would use this to have, you know, my clean sound, and then the rhythm sound, and then the lead sound right there. So let's get out of that. And now, see, now I'm in stomp mode because that's what the one I left off at. So let me click this again. Okay, so now I'm in back there again. So if I hold down that switch in the middle, the alt button in the middle, and keep on holding it down, now I am in global setup. So the knob on the right controls the input trim. So when you're playing, you want it to be like a healthy, bright green. If you go too far to the right, it starts to clip, and you don't want that. If you go too far to the left, it's sort of dim. It's not a strong enough signal. The knob in the middle, this turns off the speaker cabinet. So if you're using this pedal to go as a preamp, to go into a power amp and then a regular speaker cabinet, you don't want to have the you know, the speaker on the pedal, because it won't really sound that great. So you want to turn it off. So when it's green, the speaker is on. When it's red, just turning that knob, the speaker is off. And if you can hear, it does not sound good without the speaker. If you don't have a speaker you're going through, so the speaker sim is on now. The knob on the left, this toggles between dual mode and stomp mode. So when it's green, we are in dual mode, and when you turn it red, now you're in stomp mode. So when you get out of global, now, you know, let me just get out of this. So now we're in stomp mode. So in stomp mode, the difference is like when you're in dual mode and you hit the switch, you're toggling between A and B. Stomp mode, now this acts just like a regular stomp box. So if you have a reverb, delay, or gate or compression, you click on it and it turns it on and off. So if the light's not on, it's off. And when the light comes back on, it's on again. Thank you very much for watching. I highly recommend that you check this out. It is pretty amazing. And as always, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.